That's probably not smart. Oh well, it's good now. You can't put that in, but no, I've just got off a sweaty turbo. That's mugging me right off. Hey, I'm Sian Rainsley. I've just finished my second Arena Games here in Singapore. Come watch how it went down. I think my agent tried to get in touch actually because it's just like cool opportunity. Obviously it's been around for a few years now, just kind of wanted to get out there and try this sort of different sort of event out, I guess. I think you had to kind of do one plus Singapore and obviously London kind of made sense considering I'm from the UK and it's close to home. So yeah, I think a lot of people, even myself, the short stuff, you think it's not going to be as hard because it's over quick, but it actually hurts way more than you expect it to. Because yeah, 200 metre swim, you're like, oh, that's not far. But when you go max, everything just hurts the whole time. You never get into a rhythm. It's just go as hard as you can and hope you hold on. Yeah, you've got to be really ready to go as soon as that gun goes. Every second counts. So yeah, there's no room for error or anything. So yeah, it's quite a high pressure situation. It's a weird one because I would say like now, last year was my first year racing World Series, so I feel quite young on the World Series circuit. But obviously I'm in my mid-20s now, so I would hope in the next few years I can start like progressing quite quickly. But I did lose my last couple of years as an under-23 to COVID. So in a way of like career development, I have missed out, so it's whether that's hindered or anyway. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, I guess. I find it pretty cool actually, just because I've never done anything like this, and I think with Super League they make it such a big, spectacular event that it's just like amazing to be at, and it's really good fun. And as athletes, racing's racing, like you still want to beat everyone if you can. So I guess it's like being a Brit, you want to beat as many Brits as you can, especially in British women. I mean, the other girls out here are Olympic medalists, Olympians, so I don't think that'll happen out here, but you never know. But yeah, you always want to get a few if you can. I think that's it. And with British women, they've set it so high that I want to be able to compete with those girls one day and actually be racing amongst, like, trying to beat them if I can and stuff, because you look up to them and the results they've got. So yeah, and there's just so many of us, it's very competitive, like, to get starts and things, but I think it's really cool, and we're really lucky that everyone's actually good friends as well, so it's like, you race hard, you train hard together.
And this event is Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
Does that change anything?
Yeah, definitely, because the turnaround in London was so fast. Like, it was really, it felt like I got back, had some lunch, had about a 10-minute power nap, and it's like, right, wake up, time to go again. Whereas now there's definitely time to fuel a bit more, recover better. So yeah, recovery is going to be even more crucial in a way, because there's more time. Some people will get it completely right, and some people who don't take the protein shakes and that might notice it more the next day. Literally just heading into registration, weigh-in and photos to be done.
Strangest thing that a commentator, strangest way a commentator can announce the name.
I normally just get Sean or Sian saying, it's never, normally Sean. Yeah. I've been put on a guy's like start list before. I think most people nowadays start to know the name.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Cool. Right, then. Morning, it's a race day here. It's a nice sunny day. I had a quick glance out the window. Just having some breakfast. I had a good night's sleep compared to the night before, which is good. Yeah, excited to kick off in the second heat at 150, so we'll see how it goes.
You just put yoghurt in that?
Yeah. It's a bit of protein, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's what all the British Triathlon girls kind of do. I think G started it actually.
Would you do it with plain rice, or is it just because it's coconut rice?
Plain rice. G would do it. That's her like ritual breakfast. I normally go rice, sometimes like a bit yogurt, but it depends what's available at like a buffet. I always grab 2 bananas because I'll probably snack on one in a bit as well.
I guess it's like rice pudding, but like a plain version.
Yeah,
huh?
which is why you can add jam and a bit of banana in. Yeah, no, I've definitely picked this up off the other girls, so it's not my thing. But it works for them, so I just hope it works for me. I got diagnosed at 18, so I'd literally just moved to Leeds. Was there for 3 months and started getting ill, and I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Kept it quiet for a little bit, like just partly embarrassed, partly didn't want my parents to say come home. And then it got so bad, I was like, oh, I need to see the doctors really. But yeah, no, it was hard. And I think the older I've got, the more I've came to terms with it. Like, it is what it is. And I feel really fortunate to be doing what I'm doing still with it at the moment. But yeah, there is always that little feeling in the back of my mind, like when I see the stats and it says 80% of people with Crohn's disease have surgery, and you're just like, please be in the 20% that don't. So I tend to get like quite bad belly aches and stuff. I know pretty quick, really, like, yeah, you get really tired with it. Obviously, you're in a lot of pain, start losing blood a bit and things. So yeah, it happened. And then you weight loss, obviously, and stuff. So yeah, I've been in remission for a little bit now, so, well, for a few years, so I'm quite lucky, yeah.
Do you put that down to anything?
I think for me, one of my biggest triggers before was uni stress. So as soon as I graduated from uni, I used to flare up at January exams, and then like handing in my dissertation, I was just, my Crohn's didn't like that either. Even though I try and not be stressed, and people would say, don't be stressed, it's going to flare up your Crohn's. And I'm like, it's easier to say than when you're not sleeping as well because you've got a deadline and you can't help but think about it. So yeah, I think not having uni's been a massive help for me. Yeah.
How'd you do at uni?
I got first, so I probably stressed a lot. Yeah, so I go quite basic around then and try and get stuff like Complans in, which is like really high nutritious drinks, to just get a load of calories in. Try and get as much calories in without food in a way, because that upsets the digestive system,
like the more variables that you put into your stomach,
the harder it is to digest it and more pain you're in and stuff. So yeah, I've kind of learned the foods I can and can't have. But yeah, with the ability of my remission and still being able to race, I'd like to try and push the profile of Crohn's disease and show that, I guess for me it would have been nice to see like someone in a like endurance sport with the illness and know they had made it, whereas I didn't really have that to, or know of anyone to sort of look up to that. So I'm like, if I can help 1 or 2 people who end up with not even necessarily Crohn's disease, but just like a chronic illness, and know that you can find a way through, that would be a positive. Yeah, so not cool then.
Can you tell me what happened?
They've just changed the rules from 3 qualifying straight through to 2. Literally 20 minutes before our race. That's way harder now. But yeah, we'll see. Doing a shower whilst running. Not happy with that. I went hard on the first one to try and hope I could back off on the second one.
Yeah.
I didn't want to finish.
Did you feel?
Felt right.
Hey?
Did you hear that?
No?
Fastest qualifier by 3 seconds.
Well, that's probably not smart. Oh well. It's good now.
That's awesome though, huh?
Yeah.
Confidence? Confidence for the heat?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I didn't expect that at all, so better than London.
Sian, you are through to the World Championship Series final. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you've actually made that look quite easy.
I don't know if easy is the right word, but I attacked the first race. I just wanted to get a bit of a buffer so I could chill in the second one and save some energy for tomorrow hopefully, and I feel like I've done that, so yeah.
What does it feel like? What does it really feel like? Because this is unlike anything that you've done outside.
It's just so short, really fast, hot, the heat really hurts, like your head just gets hotter and hotter throughout, and then once you're on the run there's no water or anything, and it's all you can really think about really is the pain and the heat.
And the final, who are you looking out for in the final? Obviously you put yourself in a brilliant position.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's quite obvious who the three main contenders are. G, Georgia Taylor-Brown, Jess Lermont, Rebecca Potter. I obviously train with those girls, so I know what shape they're in as well.
Just one word on the fact that we have 4 British girls through to the final.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great to be in such a strong team. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
We'll just go away now, do a bit of a cool down, push out the legs, head back to the hotel, a little bit of a swim as well. And then really it's just about relaxing ahead of tomorrow, which is going to be a brilliant race. All 4 Brits along with a number of other athletes look brilliant. So yeah, now it's just time to relax before tomorrow.
My right calf's a little bit tight, but hopefully I won't feel it during the race.
Is that the one that was cramping from London?
No, it's not. It's actually the other side, which is really weird. I did a bit of a jog yesterday evening and I could feel it getting a bit tight. So I just walked back and it's, yeah, feeling a bit tighter than I hoped it would.
Yeah, so I think one of the reflections off the back of yesterday is, of course, we're in Singapore, it's incredibly hot. There's not many things that you can do to manage that, but one thing that some of the guys are doing and the girls are doing is putting ice into socks or tights to be able to almost put across their neck or when they're riding, just to cool them down. The rules are though, it's got to be in your box. There was an athlete yesterday that had a towel, didn't go back in their box, they got a penalty. So it's making sure that when you've finished with it, it's got to go in your box.
And we're on stage number 2, right by the swim.
Yeah, I'm just, a lot of lessons were learnt yesterday, that's for sure. It's hard to say it, but it was really good fun, and it's pretty cool to be in the mix. So yeah, I got to take all the positives, and sometimes you learn from the mistakes a bit more. So yeah, just a couple of mishaps. I think obviously just as fatigue hit in, I just started making a few silly errors a few times throughout the race, and then penalty being a big one, and hesitating about whether to go back for the hat at that point. Should have just made the decision a bit more, a bit faster. And then, I struggled to get my trainer on after the penalty. I don't know if I just felt panicked or if my body had just gone, oh, I think I'm done. But my trainers had gone on fine every other round, so I was like, oh man. But yeah, it happens. So you live and you learn. I'll be ready next time. Oh, it definitely helped. In the first race, I actually forgot to grab it, and I saw someone put it around and thought, oh my God, that would have been nice. But I had it on for the second race, and then third race, it was like, there's no time. Once I knew I had the penalty, I just thought, no time to fanny around with extra seconds now. So yeah, I think that was my worst stage again. I seem to really struggle doing run, bike, swim. And I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's just because I've never really done it before, but London and this race, it's definitely the stage that just doesn't seem to suit me. And I've never liked duathlons either, so maybe I don't like running and then jumping on a bike. But luckily I don't normally have to do that, but maybe now with Super League coming in, I'll have to start practicing that a bit. So yeah. But yeah, it's just hard for everyone. It's all pretty close. It was tighter than I thought it was going to be throughout the whole race, so yeah, it's good racing.